Welcome back to Live at 5. It is Bruce Day Tuesday, and I'm here with Harding University President Bruce McClarty. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
That's awesome.
Good to be here.
Yeah, I feel like you had a great time over spring break. I saw your Instagram posts. What were you doing over spring break?
Well, we've tried to visit every year one of the international programs, and so we went to Huff this year, and we connected with them in Florence, and I was there. I preached at the church in Florence on Sunday, and Monday morning we hit the road, and so we went to southern Italy. The big thing that I wanted to see was Naples. I mean, in the Naples area, I wanted to see Pompeii, and so we got to spend a day there, and the museum in Naples, all about that, and it was a great experience.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a great time. Yeah, I saw several posts about it, and it was awesome for you. And I want to know, did you hear anything good that's going on with the group that's over there for the abroad program as of right now?
I'm not even sure what they're doing this week, but they're having a great time. I tell people all the time, one of my favorite things about the international programs is every student is convinced that the one they went on is the best program, and they're convinced that the semester they were there was the best semester that program's ever had. And I think the students at Huff right now are feeling that way about their experience. They were a great group to travel with.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't get to have as much fun as you did. I just stayed kind of home, just kind of chilled out a little bit. Yeah. But over the spring break, we did get some heartbreaking news as Harding is dealing with a tragic thing that happened over the break, and this happens as people go home. So many students leaving the campus, and as we heard the news on Saturday that Mary Joy Ubelin had passed away. How has this been affecting the Harding community here at the campus?
Well, those of us who live here all the time sort of brace ourselves every time there's a break and students are traveling, and we know that millions of miles are driven by our students going in all kinds of different directions, and we've experienced this all too often. And we were on our way to Italy, and it was when we landed in Paris on the way that I turned my phone on after we touched down, and that was when I first got the words of the accident, and that Rachel received a concussion and Mary Joy had a traumatic brain injury. And then of course that story played out all through the week, and she passed away Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's definitely a sad news to hear, as not everybody was able to come back from spring break. And it's definitely been affecting the students, but I see that the community is coming together, and I see that Harding's been coming together, and there's supposed to be a vigil held tomorrow night, or tonight actually.
Tonight at 8:30 on the Benson Steps. And I think the words you used are the perfect words. The Harding community comes together. So when we have a grief like this, it's not something that we're isolated by, it's something we come together. And so sitting on the Benson Steps and singing and praying and lighting those candles and hearing about Mary Joy and celebrating the good in her life and remembering our Christian hope. Those are all things that are just really, really strong around here. You hope you don't have to do that, but when these times come, to be able to come together. And so we'll do that tonight in the vigil. Thursday, we're devoting that day in chapel to remembering Mary Joy. And then on Saturday is her funeral up in St. Louis, and we'll be going, a Harding delegation will be going up there, and one of the minibuses will be taking students, and people have been coming into the president's office all day today and signing up to go and be a part of that.
Well, it sounds like the Harding as a whole has been able to come together in this whole situation, with this vigil tonight, and with giving the opportunities for those students that were close to her to go up to the funeral and see that. Well, after spring break, it was very heartbreaking news, but it seems that everybody's coming together, and if you can make it out to the vigil tonight, it'd be a great way to come together as one, as like we just said.
Sure will.
And we thank you for being here today with us.
Thank you.
And it looks like you had an awesome time on spring break. You didn't get a little tan there?
No tan at all.
No tan.
Yeah.
Me either.